We live in a day and age where people don't care enough about the needs of children. This new case out of Wisconsin has got me all kinds of messed up. And I'm sure if you're a mom, it's got you all kinds of messed up too. The long and short of it is there's a little boy, Elijah View is his name, and he is 3 years old. His mother, or should we even call her that? I don't know. But she claims to have left him with some moron named Jessie Vang on February 12th to teach him how to, quote, be a man. Okay, so she entrusts this bozo idiot with her baby, okay, with her baby. She leaves her baby with this idiot, supposedly, and takes off so that Jesse, lover boy, whatever we want to call him, will guide, little 3-year-old boy to be, quote, a man. As if a child is supposed to know anything about being a man, okay? That's the craziest part, too, is mom wanted the boy to learn from an absolute felon how to be a man. Let me read off some of the charges lover boy Jessie Vang had under his collar here. Let's see. In 2002, child abuse. In 2002, fleeing an officer and battery by prisoner. In 2004, manufacture, deliver, possession of cocaine. In 2004, resisting, obstructing officer. In 2006, cocaine possession. In 2007, bail jumping and disorderly conduct. In 2023, DUI. And now, for the grand finale of them all, he's got child neglect charges because since February 20th, there has been no sign of the little boy. The official story goes as follows. So he claims to have called, or he woke up for the day, right? And went to sleep at 8 a.m. and brought little Elijah, the 3-year-old boy, into the room with him, claims to have fallen asleep, and wakes up and the boy is gone. That's just crazy, right? Well, as the story goes, I guess the mom, she, on the 12th, handed little Elijah over to Jesse. Then she lied to police officers about actually being in the Two Rivers area. So Jessie Vang actually lives in the Two Rivers area, but Katrina Bauer, the mother, she lives in Wisconsin Dells, which I believe is about a 2.5-hour drive away. So basically, she was lying about having seen Jessie Vang and her son on February 16th. But then when she told the story, I guess supposedly she had gone on February 16th to Two Rivers, stayed the night, then left the following morning and went back to Wisconsin Dells where she was living. So again, boy is supposedly with Jesse, and God only knows what happened to him. I just have so many concerns about the situation because there's been like this giant search going on since I think February 20th, and there's no sign of him anywhere. I guess they found a shoe, but other than a shoe, there isn't much that's been actually even found. So let's go ahead and watch this video. That way we can get totally up to date in case this case is new for you also. We can all be on the same page and then we can discuss it. And I'm also going to allow, if anybody would like to call in and air their feelings about it, you're more than welcome. But let me pull this up for you so we can watch it, okay?
Vu's mother and his caregiver appearing in court, now formally charged with child neglect. This as the search for the 3-year-old approaches the 1-week mark.
We still have not had any answers of where this little boy's at.
Tonight, we dig into the criminal complaints to learn more about the disciplinary methods used on the little boy prior to his disappearance.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight at 9 as the search continues for this little boy, 3-year-old Elijah Vu. His mother and an adult caregiver returned to court today. Both are now formally charged with child neglect. Fox 11's Andrew Mertens is taking a closer look at the accusations.
While the public waits for answers as to 3-year-old Elijah Vu's whereabouts, we're learning more about his mother and the adult caregiver who reported him missing. According to a criminal complaint, Jessie Vang was caring for Elijah at the time of his disappearance. Katrina Bauer is Elijah's mother. The two are in court on Monday in Manitowoc, where members of the public came in support of Elijah.
For him just to vanish into thin air, it just doesn't make any sense to us. So this is why we're here. We want answers.
According to the criminal complaint, Bauer sent her son Elijah to stay with Vang on February 12th. In an interview with police, Vang stated the victim was disciplined using timeouts. The timeouts were described as standing for periods of time from 1 to 3 hours. Vang told police the timeout was intended as a form of boot camp. According to the criminal complaint, Vang reported the victim is not potty trained and is still wearing diapers. Vang told police he changed the victim's diaper at least once per day. Vang said he did not want to be mean to the victim, but was trying to teach him to be more respectful. The complaint also states Bauer lives in Wisconsin Dells. In addition to child neglect, Bauer is facing 2 counts of obstructing an officer. The complaint says Bauer told police she wasn't in the Manitowoc County area on or around February 16th or 17th. Cell phone data contradicts that statement. Bauer later admitted to being in Two Rivers on the night of the 16th. Tuesday marks 1 week since Elijah Vu was reported missing. In the criminal complaint, on the morning of February 20th, Vang woke Elijah up at 8 a.m. and brought him into his bedroom. Vang states he shut the door and fell asleep. When he woke up at 11 a.m., Vang called 911 to report Elijah was gone. In the week that has passed, community members are holding out hope for finding anything that could help bring Elijah home.
For everything in the whole wide world, I just want this little boy home with his family, where he belongs.
Bauer and Vang will return to court on March 7th for preliminary hearings. In Manitowoc, Andrew Mertens, Fox 11 News.
To read the full criminal complaints for both Katrina Bauer and Jessie Vang, you can check out this story on our website, fox11online.com.
In state of Wisconsin versus Katrina Bauer, 24 CF 163. Appearances starting in the courtroom.
State appears by Jacqueline LaBrie.
Katrina Bauer appears from the Manitowoc County Jail by Zoom and with her attorney Ann Larson appearing separately by Zoom.
Matters on the calendar for an initial appearance today. Attorney Larson, do you have a copy of the complaint?
We have received a copy of the complaint. We waive reading and we're requesting a preliminary examination.
1 second. March 7th at 10:30. Bail's been set. Attorney LaBrie, do you know if there's anyone that wishes to make a statement in accordance with Marcy's law?
Yes, Judge, and I believe it is the phone number Mark Orson.
Okay. Can the person who's on Orson's iPhone unmute?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you a victim in the case with Miss Bauer?
I'm the family of the victim, yes.
Okay, and you wanted to make a statement today?
Yes.
All right, I need you to state your name and spell your last name for the record.
Yeah. Orson Vu, Orsonvue.
All right, sir, keeping in mind that this is just the initial appearance and all we're doing today is setting the prelim, you do have the right under Marcy's law to address the court at any proceeding. This would be one, so go ahead and tell me what you care to.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. Our family would like to ask that the court does not allow or change any bail or bond amount, and have these 2 individuals held fully accountable for their actions or lack thereof. After reading just a few things from the criminal complaint, these 2 individuals should not be allowed to walk freely amongst us in perfect fines where Elijah is. That's all.
All right. Just so you're aware, Mr. Vu, the court's not taking up any issues in regards to bail today. If a motion for bail is made prior to any hearing or bail hearing is set, you'll certainly get notice through the DA's office. So just make sure you stay in touch with the victim witness coordinator, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else?
Guys, how many times have we seen cases like this now? I'm so sick and tired of these terrible parents not giving an absolute shit about their kids and taking them into the arms of danger, and then something like this happening. I am so sick and tired of it. It's like, you know what it is? It's like babies having babies. Like the capacity of this Katrina, the mom, is so incapable of caring or loving or guiding anything or anybody. And then she has a child, which she shouldn't even have a pet. Honestly, she shouldn't even have a pet goldfish, because she just, like I said, doesn't have the capacity to care for anyone or anything. It's so upsetting. And, you know, she actually lost, if the story is correct that I heard, she actually lost her other children. I think if I heard correctly, she has 3 or 4 other kids. Did you guys hear that also? Let's see. Hi, Cindy. She says, what the hell is going on? Cindy, this is a case out of Wisconsin. Little boy, precious little 3-year-old boy, was sent to go, I guess, quote, learn how to be a man from a convicted felon named Jessie Vang. So his mom dropped him off on February 12th. And on February 20th, he was reported missing. So supposedly Jessie Vang, the guy that he was in the care of, he fell asleep, 8 a.m., fell asleep, wakes up at 11 a.m. on the 20th, and there's no sign of little Elijah anywhere. We're all just so upset. And so there's huge searches underway. Landfills, I think, are being searched. Waterways, people are being encouraged to search their land. They're ringing doorbells because, he could literally be anywhere. And see, also the mom on February 14th, she saw Jessie also, the caretaker of the little boy for the week, right? She saw him on February 14th, but then she saw him again on the night of the 16th into the morning of the 17th, then claims to have left the Two Rivers area and went back to, Wisconsin Dells. So it's about a 2.5-hour drive. So the question really comes down to what happened the night of February 16th. That's what I'd like to know. Now, I was watching a Court TV episode, and it sounded as if maybe the last time he was actually seen was on February 20th. But I haven't heard of a confirmed sighting at all of him on the 20th. It's just they said that that's when he was last seen. So we don't know. It could actually be that the last time he was seen was the 16th. It's just Court TV is acting like it was the 20th. Okay, let me read some of your comments, by the way. Hold on, let me X out of here. Also, I wonder, do you guys want me to read some of this formal complaint here in a moment? I can totally do that. 8 a.m. or p.m., Lauren? It was 8 a.m. February 20th. So I believe that was last Tuesday or last Monday? Yeah, one of those dates. I don't have the calendar in front of me. Okay, so guidance is saying, no, it was February 16th, last confirmed sighting then at Ross. Okay, so there it is. So Jessie claims to have seen him February 20th, but there's no evidence that he was actually still alive on the 20th. Oh, sorry, Ross's mechanic shop. Okay, I got you. Let's see, Crystal says, it's sad, I'm a good parent, and us good parents live with guilt just by default. We always want to do better. Can't imagine why these parents have no paternal instincts at all. Geez, yeah, I know, Crystal. It really upsets me. And then you think about all the people in the world who wish they could have kids, but they can't. And then you've got these idiots having children just throwing them into the lion's den. Just no care, no regard, no guidance. They do nothing for their children but push them out into the world. And that is it. I have no regard for these people. I am so sick and tired of these stories. And I know a lot of you guys are too. Let's see. Reckoning has read for Elijah and it will break your heart, which is revenue. I don't know. I haven't talked to Donna about this yet. I'll have to send her a message. Guys, I've been actually going through my own crisis lately. I had a mammogram on February 6th, and I found out about a week and a half ago that they see like a mass on my right breast, I guess. So I'm going in for further testing here in, well, next Monday, actually. So that's been my own stuff going on lately. So I haven't talked to really many people at all. Just kind of been, you know, I guess isolating. I'm really freaking out. So we'll see. Please, if you can, I would love if you could pray for me. It's the only thing I can ask. Yeah, it is very frustrating, guys. This case is terrible. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, so if you'd like, I could go ahead and read some of this criminal complaint. You guys want to? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Jive Speaker. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Guidance says, sending prayers. I had breast cancer diagnosis at 6 weeks, pregnant with my twins. Oh my gosh. Keep your chin up, believe in yourself, and keep your faith. Thank you. I'm so sorry, guidance. That must have been the worst, especially being pregnant while going through that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Okay, Debbie says, my daughter just went through breast cancer. Cancer sucks. Sending positive vibes and prayers for strength. Oh, it sure does. And I went through lymphoma when I was 25. So I'm feeling a little more defeated than I've actually, so for the first time in my life, I can say I'm honestly scared to death. And I think it's because all I've heard about are like horror stories the last couple months. And I'm watching my father-in-law die right now of esophageal. So it's scary. Very scary. Anyway. Hey, Bob. Good to see ya. Thanks for being here. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Well, how about this? I'll go ahead and I'm going to read some of this criminal complaint. Oh, Mrs. B, thank you so much. You are so sweet. Thanks for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate it. It's very kind. Thanks, Laurel. Thank you. I hope it's just a cyst, guys. I hope. I've just been feeling a little bit more discomfort there too. And I'm not allowing myself to Google anything. I'm not going there because I'll just freak myself out. I can't do it, you know. Stay strong, tell your mind and body and your mind you will get through this. Thank you. Yeah, I hope so. All right, I'm going to start reading some of this criminal complaint. Thanks, Miss B. Here we go. Anyway, feel free, talk amongst yourselves while I pull this up. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. Let me make sure. I'll zoom in. I think I can zoom in, hopefully. There we go. Is that better? Maybe a little bit. All right, so this is for Mommy Dearest Katrina B. Bauer. Lives in Wisconsin Dells. Let's see, 5'7", 110 pounds. The undersigned complaint, being duly sworn, states that the following complaint is true and correct. Count 1, neglecting a child. Specified harm did not occur. and child under 6 years of age. The above named defendant on or between February 12th, 2024 to February 20th, 2024 in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, as a party to a crime, being a person responsible for the welfare of victim child. Date of birth, August of 2020. Through her action for reasons other than poverty, did negligently fail to provide necessary care so as to seriously endanger the physical, mental, or emotional health of the child, and the natural and probable consequences of this violation would be harm under, and then there's different things, counts and, or what do you call them? Can't think of the word. Stats there. Okay, although the harm did not actually occur in the child contrary to section blah, 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 a class 1 felony and upon conviction may be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 3 years and 6 months or both. Okay, the above named defendant on or about Tuesday, February 20th, 2024 in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, did knowingly obstruct an officer while such officer was doing an act in an official capacity and with lawful authority obstructing officers. Let's see, contrary to section blah, blah, Wisconsin stats, a class A misdemeanor, and upon conviction may be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 9 months or both. Okay, another obstructing an officer. The above named defendant on or about Tuesday, February 20th in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, did knowingly obstruct an officer while such officer was doing an act in an official capacity and with lawful authority, obstructed officers contrary to section blah, blah, and upon conviction may be fined not more than $10,000. Okay, let's get to the actual meat and potatoes here. Okay, the complaint alleges he is informed by the reports of Megan Klumpian, known to complainant to be a detective with the Two Rivers Police Department, and Detective Lieutenant Jacob Glasser of the Two Rivers Police Department, that the incident occurred in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin. You know what? Let me check in with you guys, make sure everybody's good. Okay, good. I'll keep going. On February 20th, 2024, the Two Rivers Police Department was notified by dispatch that Jessie Vang called 911 at 10:59 a.m., reporting that he was babysitting a 3-year-old child victim. Vang reported that while watching the child, he fell asleep. When he woke up, the child was missing. Law enforcement responded to the Vang residence at 3918 Mishicot Road, apartment 102 in Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, in an attempt to locate the victim. Law enforcement has been unsuccessful in locating victim as of February 26, 2024. On February 20, 2024, Detective Klumpian of the Two Rivers Police Department spoke with Vang at the residence at 3918 Mishicot Road, said he is in a relationship with victim's mother. Okay, so it is mom's boyfriend, Katrina Bauer. Vang stated the victim has been staying with him recently. Vang stated he has been trying to help Bauer correct victim's bad behavior. Okay, what 3-year-old boy doesn't have intermittent bad behavior? It's part of the terribles, like terrible 2s and terrible 3s. Oh my gosh, if I talked about how my son was at that age, it's a difficult age, but this is nuts. All right, Vang stated that he has been assisting with the care of victim for approximately 1 month, but not continuously. Vang stated that on today's date, February 20, 2024, he woke up with his autistic teenage son. Vang helped his son with getting on the bus at approximately 7:30 hours. Vang stated victim was still asleep after he walked his son out to the bus. Vang stated that he woke victim at approximately 8 o'clock and brought him into the bedroom with him. Vang stated that he shut the door and Vang fell asleep. Vang stated he woke up at approximately 11 a.m. and found that victim was gone. Vang said he then called 911 to report victim missing. On February 20th, 2024, Detective Glasser spoke with Bauer Bauer stated that victim has been in the care of Jessie Vang for approximately 1 week. Bauer resides in the Wisconsin Dells. Bauer stated she dropped off victim with Jessie Vang on, February 12, 2024, in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. She intended on victim coming back to the Wisconsin Dells on Friday, the 23rd of February. On February 20th, DCI agent Neil Lofi did speak with Katrina Bauer and denied that she was in the Manitowoc County area on February 16th to 17th, 2024. But the cell phone analysis said otherwise, right? Detective Klumpian is aware that pursuant to search warrants, law enforcement did conduct forensic extractions of Jessie Vang and Katrina Bauer's cell phones after they were consensually turned over to law enforcement. Based on analysis of these cell phones, specifically location data obtained, that law enforcement obtained information that contradicted Katrina Bauer's statements that she had not been in the Manitowoc area on February 16th and 17th. Law enforcement located messages from Vang to Bauer at approximately 6:39 p.m. hours and 6:49 p.m. February 17, 2024, where Vang tells Bauer that he is angry that victim overfilled his diaper with poop and pee, and that Vang gave victim a cold shower. Ooh, gosh, this is terrible. Vang noted that victim was clean but scared. Oh my gosh, this is disturbing. Detective Lieutenant Glasser spoke with Katrina Bauer, and she stated that Jessie Vang was the enforcer of rules in the relationship and that was the reason for sending victim to stay with Vang. She discussed with him the limits of what discipline she did not want used. Other than that, she is fine with whatever discipline Vang enforces. She gave examples of discipline, including praying, saying he was sorry, and going over 4 rules that victim is supposed to be memorizing. The child is 3. The child is 3. Are you kidding me? This is insane. Absolute evil. Oh my gosh. Okay. 4 rules a victim is supposed to be memorizing. At no point did she admit she was in the city of Two Rivers between February 12th, 2024 and February 20th, 2024, or had any face-to-face contact with victim. She said she was discussing behavior issues with Vang around Thanksgiving of 2023, and he said she needed to try harder to stop the behavior. Oh, like he's the expert, right? Bauer stated she wanted Vang to teach victim, by example, how to be a man. Again, I say, what does a 3-year-old child need to know about being a man? He's barely not a baby anymore. Like he's just out of babyhood, he's still almost like a toddler. Are we kidding ourselves? This is nuts. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. She said she was discussing behavior issue. Okay, let me get back to it. Bauer stated she wanted Vang to teach victim, by example, how to be a man. She said the first time victim had gone to stay by Vang without her was in January 2024. She said the past week was the longest time victim had stayed with Vang without her being there. Detective Lieutenant Glasser said, while talked about this past week, she admitted she had been in Two Rivers on February 16, 2024. She said she left the Wisconsin Dells area around 6 or 7 p.m. and arrived in Two Rivers late at night. She saw a victim on the couch. So she sees little Elijah there on the couch, but claims he was tired. She said she left early morning on February 17, 2024. She was confronted about being in Two Rivers on a different day, and she did admit she was in Two Rivers on February 14th, also for a period of time, and then went back home. So that's what 2 potential, quote, visits in the time frame that Vang had her son. On February 20th, Vang consented to meeting with law enforcement at TRPD and agreed to a consensual interview. During the course of the interview conducted by Detective Michael Herman of the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office, Vang made consensual statements in regards to his recent interactions with victim. Vang stated the victim is afraid of him, then corrected himself and stated that he, quote, respects me. He stated that they put victim here as a, quote, punishment for his bad behavior. They were trying to teach him how to be good here and good at home. Vang indicated that he is trying to make him understand that going home is like a privilege for him. No. 3 years old, as a child, as a teenager, home is home. That's not a privilege. That's where your family is. That's where love is. If it's, a healthy atmosphere for a child anyway. Vang stated the victim was disciplined using timeouts. He described the timeouts as being standing for periods of time from 1 to 3 hours. During this time, victim was required to pray or say, "I'm sorry, mommy." Vang reported the victim was in, quote, timeout for the majority of this time with Vang, as it was intended as a form of, quote, boot camp. Other than getting into things, Vang was unable to identify specific bad behaviors which required a, quote, timeout. Vang reported the victim is not potty trained and that he is still wearing diapers. Vang advised that he changed victim's diaper, quote, at least once per day. Can you imagine this little boy's diaper? If he only changed it, maybe once or twice a day. That's nuts. That's nuts. I just can't even imagine. It must have been sagging down to the little boy's knees. It's hideous, horrible. Oh my gosh. All right. Vang reported the victim is not potty trained and that he still wears diapers. Vang advised that he changed victim's diapers at least once per day. On the evening of 2/19, so February 19th, Vang changed victim's diaper prior to him going to bed at approximately 8 to 9 p.m. He then watched Ready Player One. I don't know what that is. Maybe you guys do. He stated the victim was not watching the movie as Vang, quote, put him in punishment. He stated the victim will stand in the corner or stand by the bed by me. Vang stated he gets pretty tired from standing too. These people are such imbeciles. He explained he does not want to be mean to him, but he's trying to teach him to be more respectful. He was asked about February 19, 2024, if he made victims stand, to which he replied, yeah, for probably like 2 to 3 hours. Vang confirmed again that victim stands for 2 to 3 hours without sitting. In the event the victim tries to sit down, Vang will say, "You want cold water?" He then indicated he's fine. It's not like his knees are shaking and about to fall over, On the morning of February 20th, 2024, Vang woke up at approximately 7:30 hours and prepared his son for school. At that time, he saw victim sleeping on the futon sofa in the living room. Vang took his son to the bus stop and locked the apartment door. Upon returning to the apartment, Vang found victim still sleeping on the sofa. He woke victim and they ate breakfast. He reported that victim ate some cereal, which had frosting on one side and wheat on the other, without milk. Then they went to Vang's bedroom, where victim was told to stand and pray near the foot of Vang's bed. He did not change victim's diaper as he was too tired. Wow. Victim was not allowed to do, quote, fun things as he was in a timeout. When asked about any toys at the apartment, Vang reported that there was one toy which he received at Christmas time. This toy was similar to a toolbox. However, he was not allowed to play with it during the week of February 20th through February 12th through February 20th, as he was, quote, in a timeout. When asked what happens if the timeout did not work with victim, Vang stated that he would give him a, quote, ultimatum. Vang reported that the ultimatum was usually, "Do you want some cold water?" Vang reported that victim did not like cold water, but did not know why. When asked about what victim ate while he was with Vang, he stated pizza, noodles, cereal, and similar items. He stated the victim was still bottle fed and he was trying to get him to eat regular food. He was unable to provide specific details as to the food. While Vang was sleeping, he could lock the door to the apartment at the doorknob, deadbolt, and with a security chain attached at the top of the door to keep victim from walking out of the apartment. Vang reported that on the evening prior to victim going missing, he had consumed 3 12-ounce Budweiser beers and 1 cyclobenzaprine as a sleep aid. The information provided by Agent Lofi, Oswald, Detective Merman, Detective Glasser, and Detective Klumpian is believed because they have provided true and reliable information as law enforcement officers. The information provided by Jessie Vang and Katrina Bauer is believed as it is based on their observations and experiences. The complainant is informed by the records of the Wisconsin Circuit Courts. Okay, so guys, that was pretty much the gist of the complaint, the criminal complaint for these absolute morons. If anybody wants to call in and air their thoughts, I'm going to leave the phone number. I'm going to have to go here pretty soon because I got to pick up the kids. They have a shorter day today. But let me get you the number. I think I got it right here. Okay. So there it is. It is 602-456-6695. And if you want to call and talk about any of this, you are more than welcome to. In the meantime, I'm going to read your comments. How about that? What did you guys think of that criminal complaint? Was that just absolutely ridiculous? It's like they talk about this 3-year-old boy like he's a 17-year-old kid. Like he's supposed to not only be a man, but like he's supposed to know all these things that are for, a more mature mind anyway. He hasn't developed. I mean, he's 3 years old, but both Katrina and Jessie lack the maturity to even know that having these type of behaviors is 100% normal for a 3-year-old. Yeah, I think so too, Cindy. I think the child is dead. I do. And I think it happened probably on the 17th or something, 16th or 17th. I know she left the morning of the 17th, but I think it was in that time frame. It could have even been early that morning and then they did something, right? That's what I'm guessing as of right now. Okay, I'm gonna read some of this. Yeah, me too, Kung Fu Panda. I'm so tired of this. I hope in my lifetime we see the creation of an abuse database. No moving from state to state. No passing off for others to abuse. No more sets of children. No more. I know. Me too. Hi, Kelly. Good to see you. Can you imagine how he vents his frustration at his biological, oh my gosh, autistic son? Yes, Kelly. Can you even imagine how he has dealt with his autistic son over the years? He sounds like an absolutely abusive maniac, to be honest with you. Definitely. Standing in a corner from 1 to 3 hours is child abuse. Changing diapers, same, and neglect. And I think Elijah View is dead, sadly. I do too. And I think that when perhaps when she came there on the 16th, who knows, maybe she came because there was an emergency happening at that point from some abuse or something, right? And then they concocted a plan. That's what I think anyway. And I, of course could be wrong, but the fact that she lied initially about having been to the Two Rivers area on those dates tells me that there's something that happened in that time frame. Because why would she lie about it, right? We only lie when we need to cover something up. Something clearly happened, but what was it exactly? And was it an accidental thing, or was there intention behind it? There's lots of questions here. Yeah, the date matters though, because she was there for part of it, right? Yeah, exactly. I think it sounds plausible too, Kelly. I do. And then the whole story about, he wakes up on the 20th, he sends his boy off to school, then brings little Elijah in there, goes back to sleep, wakes up at 11 and he's gone. I would like to know what the interview with the autistic son might have revealed. I'm sure they've interviewed him quite a bit. Is he vouching for dad and saying that he saw Elijah on that date? I really wonder. Right. No other reason to cover whatever happened, to cover evidence and remove his little body. Definitely. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to put that number in the chat. If you guys want to call, you can talk about anything regarding this or whatever. And if nobody calls, I'm going to sign off of here in a few minutes. So this is the final time frame. If you want to call, please. I would love to talk to you. Why is he sleeping so much? Good question, Cindy. I wonder if maybe, they were perhaps giving him certain sleep meds or something. Oh, and did you notice the name of that one sleep med that Vang claims to have taken? Something, I wish I could remember. I don't have that page up anymore. But I kind of wonder if maybe they were giving that to the boy so that they didn't have to deal with him. Just my speculation, though, Yeah, sleeping a lot and mixing, keeping pills with beer. I know. Really a dangerous combination. Most definitely. The mother is lazy. She is extremely lazy, and she's already gotten other kids removed. I think he was the last child of hers in her custody. Like, why are people able to have children when they can't even take care of themselves? And I'm not saying the state should, be in charge of who can and can't have kids. I'm just saying this is so preventable if the families would have spoken up and said, you know what, this is just not going to work. She's not able to take care of another life. But the thing is everybody tries to protect each other's feelings. I mean, the fact, oh, we got a call.
We ask you that you are not a voicemail system.
Why is this? Okay. Is that right? Hello?
Hi, Lauren.
Hey, who am I speaking to?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good.
First of all, I'll be praying for you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Sorry
much.
to hear that, and I'll just have to keep our faith that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so about this case, there had to have been more than one pill and 2 beers involved.
I would say
Does
so.
anybody think these people were on drugs? I mean, it looks quite obvious.
Exactly. Yeah, and he had a history, I think, with meth and with cocaine. So I'm sure he's still doing it.
Well, what jumped out at me, too, while you were just reading that, it said that she was 5'7" and weighed 110 pounds.
Yeah. That's very thin.
5'8". Yeah, I'm 5'8", and I weigh 115, but I have been very, very ill for the last year. I lost over 70 pounds.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say I'm 5'8". I'm 140 pounds. So you are definitely thin too, I'm so sorry that you've lost it that way.
It's not normal. I don't think most 5'7", 5'8", that's tall.
It is tall. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then my mind went right to drugs.
Yep. Absolutely. What else is going to thin you out besides, an illness? Typically it's going to be drugs that really do that. And of course, some people are built just really thin, almost emaciated, but that's not the normal. That's not the norm, The norm is to be about, between probably 120 and probably like anywhere up from there if you're that height. I would say that's typical.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you're making some good points.
Okay, well, I just thought I'd give you a call. You enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll jump back on here.
Okay, thanks so much. It's great hearing from you. Take care.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, I didn't get her name though, but she made some good points. Yeah, Katrina was, I think, did we see she was 5'8" and like 115? Definitely thin. My guess is for sure there's a habit somewhere in the mix, a dependency, an addiction, that kind of thing. Read, she stopped going to methadone clinics. She looks like she relapsed. Yeah, probably so, Joanna. Yeah, that'd be my guess. Sabrina, let's see. What kind of stuff can a 3-year-old child do to stand for hours? Not to mention have timeouts for days. Poor baby. They killed him if they are comfortable to give that kind of information. It's my guess they did. And I see that thing is, did they do it intentionally? Or was it a byproduct of this abuse, that they've both been perpetuating? Yeah. Is the autistic child verbal? I'm not sure. I don't know. They didn't indicate. So if you have any feeling about what happened here, or how this happened, or when this happened, you're more than welcome to call. If I don't hear from anybody in the next couple minutes, I'll go ahead and sign off of here. Again, the number is, let's see, 602-456-6695. I'll put it in the chat. Go get your children, Lauren. Yeah, they're getting out here in the next 20 minutes. That theory sounds very possible. Can you imagine how he vents his frustration at his biological? Oh yeah, definitely. Hello, this is Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm really sorry. I'm hearing an echo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if there's a way I can prevent it, but what were you going to say?
Hold on. Let me.
Okay.
I'm really sorry to hear about what you're going through, and I do hope that it's just
thank you.
Something
yeah.
I don't know, calcifications or whatever the heck else there is.
Oh gosh, I hope.
I'll be thinking of you.
I appreciate that.
I did have a biopsy before, so I'm sure that's what you're going in for.
Yeah. Well, so what do they do? So I had my mammogram, and then I got it was in the middle of the night, I got the notice that there was a mass, and it totally freaked me out. And so that next morning I was able to make an appointment for 2 follow-up tests. I think it's diagnostic and another one. I assume you probably had to get that done as well. Did you?
Yeah, I had, believe me, I put it off at first because I was so scared because they told me it was going to be a biopsy, which is I don't want to scare you or anything. It wasn't that bad, but
okay.
They put a needle into your breast.
Oh God.
And I guess they'll pull, some samples out and then test it. And mine, they told me, I guess they were just calcifications. It wasn't a mass or anything. So I'm not sure what to tell you on that.
Okay. Well,
but
hopefully. Yeah.
I hope you you're okay though.
Oh, thank you so much.
You already said you went through something, lymphoma. That sounds scary to me. I don't know, but I think you'll make it.
It was bad, but I was 25. I was a blind optimist in that I didn't let my mind go to the dark side of it, right? But now I've got 2 more kids than I had.
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm a lot more scared today than I remember feeling back then. So I kind of, oh yeah, you're more invincible. I think like in your 20s, you feel that way anyway, and then you get real. Yeah,
maybe a little more positive, but as you get older, and anxiety and all that, it creeps in. So,
it does. It totally does. Yeah. Well, thank you.
I will be thinking of you.
I appreciate it.
I just had one thought, because you said that, is it the guy who had the autistic child? Is it his child?
Yeah. So the guy who has the autistic child was taking care of Katrina's 3-year-old boy. Is that what you're asking?
Right. I guess what I was wondering now is, I wonder if that autistic child, he was being punished. Was he being punished?
Right.
And if he can communicate,
right,
maybe he might say something. I mean,
very possible.
I'm curious. I'm sure he's not going to treat one kid good and another one
right.
like he was.
Right.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, I can only I really wonder what the autistic boy observed, seeing Elijah there. Like what would he have to say about that time period, Crazy.
Right. And I think aren't all each autistic child can vary, correct? Like
yes.
One could be a higher functioning than another.
Exactly. Yeah, it really is a spectrum. You can go from very highly functioning to not so much. So I wonder where he falls in that spectrum,
Do we know how old he is?
I feel
was he 13, did you say?
Yeah, I think it was like 13, or was it 15? It's somewhere in that, age group, I think.
Interesting. So then I wonder also, why does he have that kid? Like, where's that kid's mother?
Good question.
Why does this guy with this record?
Good question.
Why does he have kids?
Yeah, and what's interesting too is like he has a record going from 2002 to 2007, really bad, and then after about 2007, not so much until 2023 when he gets a DUI and now the child neglect charges. So that makes me think the boy was born sometime in that window, and that's why he's not been in the system so much lately. Just my speculation, But yeah, where's the boy's mom? Good question. Who knows?
Yeah, I'd love to hear what she would have to say about all this, because I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's very sad, this whole thing. And what I also am kind of getting sick of is, I think a lot of these parents that say, I don't want to say certain cases, but
yeah,
like when a kid gets lost and they can't find the kid or whatever, like I definitely think charges should be brought against a parent for some kind of neglect.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw out the Wells. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I didn't follow that case greatly, but why is a child allowed to disappear and you don't get any kind of charges? I don't care what he did or didn't do. That's neglect.
It is.
A child shouldn't disappear.
100%.
That's just my thought.
No, you're right. You're accountable for that child 24/7. And when they're not at school, they're with you, or at least for sure where they are. There's just no excuse otherwise, in my opinion. This is unacceptable, and it keeps happening. And then you got idiots like Leilani Simon. Remember Quentin Simon's mom? Yep. Did you follow that case too? Oh my gosh.
Yep. Yes, I did.
This feels.
Aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't they saying something about
a landfill?
Child in
Yes.
God, I can't.
It feels like a carbon copy for some reason of that case in so many ways. Like I won't be surprised if he's found in a landfill, just like little Quentin was. That was a very sad case. And I couldn't stand it, because there were YouTubers embracing Leilani Simon and sending her donations. Oh my gosh, it was
Yeah,
nuts. It's like this, we know this girl
Yeah.
did something with her child. Come on, people. It was very hard to watch that. Anyway,
and I was a bit frustrated with that as well. I mean, they know she did it. It's like, why are you still? I know they got to build the case, but again, there's neglect. The kid, where the hell is the kid?
Right.
You have something right there to pin it. Neglect.
I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to know where your kid is.
You do. And then the grandmother in Quentin Simon's case, it was like, I felt like she totally enabled Leilani to be a total idiot, like irresponsible, do drugs all day. Like, so that she didn't come from good mothering anyway, in my opinion. You know, it's just like a long line of dysfunction is what that is, I think.
Yeah, it just seems like it's getting worse. And I don't know if it's just that the way we're hearing about all these cases or what. I don't know what's happening.
I know.
It seems like a lot of it's drugs.
It is.
Parents, they just get into the drugs and
they don't care.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't care anymore.
They don't care about the kid or what happened.
They're give a shit radar or whatever. It's just it pegs out or something. They just don't care. Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Very sad.
I don't know why even have kids. Just
thank you. Good point. I agree with you.
Use protection or something, people. Come on.
Right. Wrap it up, people.
Come on, we're sick of this.
I know. I know. I agree with you.
Okay, Lauren.
Okay.
Lauren, I don't want to take up much more of your time, but
no, you're fine.
This is my first time calling you. I've watched you a few times, and
I'm glad you called.
Wish you were on more. So.
Thank you. I'll try to be on more, but thank you so much for your call and take care.
Yes. And please take care of yourself.
Thank you. I will. Appreciate it. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, that was so funny what you just said. USA Kiwi, you said no glove, no love. There you go, people. Yes, follow that. No glove, no love. People really got to be better about birth control. Those who shouldn't have kids, please don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. It was so nice to spend this time with you. If you have any, questions, concerns, you can send me an email. You can leave a comment. Please don't forget, if you can right now, like this live stream. That would be really helpful for the algorithm. And hopefully this precious baby boy, Elijah View, is found. Anyway, take care, everybody. Lots of love to you and yours. Bye.